Welcome back to the IPC Storybooks YouTube channel. It's good to see you all folks again. And if it's your first time here, I'd like to give massive grace and gratitude that you landed in here, and I can give you some bright lights so you can get your own insight and find this incredible journey we're on. And part of my journey is doing multi-discipline of arts and seeing them all come together. One of my biggest loves is making films because it brings the whole theater troupe around and makes it happen. So I would officially like this to make this the second video of the announcement of the FunkyiPuppets. And this is a character that I'm painting on this hat that I play, and his name is Rah, and Rah for short. And he just got his alter ego, which is his superhero, which is DJ Sun Ra. And those of you don't know or know about the incredible Sun Ra, that was a poet and a composer and a band leader and made cosmic space jazz, go check out the incredible Sun Ra. But I'd like to explore a quote today that is by Haring, and it said, "Art should be something that liberates your soul, provokes the imagination, and encourages people to go further." And the more and more I go into my FunkyiPuppets project, which is basically creating an IPC IPaintCreatures version of the infamous Jim Henson Muppets, I've learned a lot about what he did on the production level and the creativity, and then I bask in the harvest of the joy of what he manifested for the world, and making children more curious and bringing more laughter into adults and teaching us with entertainment and doing all that fun stuff. And so this puppet, FunkyiPuppet, I'm painting on the hat once again, is Rah, and his nemesis is DJ Sun Ra. And he is just incredible, and he always talks like all about being funky free. And funky meaning being exactly who you came in this world, with all your flaws and all your beauties and all your attributes and your creature features and your magic powers, and how you can expand on that and keep going deeper. And lately I've been just canceling out the word learning. We don't really learn at one point. I think we become more aware of who we already are and how we arrived. And so that's definitely how I use my art, and the FunkyiPuppets are definitely getting where Haring is getting with this quote. The art I've been doing is, first of all, I follow the acronym given to me by Just Illustrations, and I don't know if he still watches these videos, but Just Illustrations brought me into the world, and I basically asked him what my story name MATSU was about, and that's the story where the FunkyiPuppets come from. It's a fantasy, sci-fi, and manga world, and I gave him the task of coming up with an acronym, and he called it Making Art Together, Supporting Unity. And I think that's very revolutionary, because I've made art my whole life, so I really know when someone's making art, right? They can't fool you, they can't talk around you, they can't go sideways. They just come straight at you. You can tell if they're making art, and then you add the word together and they're making it together. And then the last part is supporting unity, which is, finding more the commonalities in us. What's common, what's the common ground, what do we all go through, what do we all aspire to do, and bringing it back up to more metaphoric. And, this is where art should be something that liberates everyone's soul and makes it the common soul of what we do. So with the FunkyiPuppets, I wanted to implement something that's always been a part of my art, which is a lot of consensus and collaboration, because I believe if I can make like a real funky hat like this, and making Rah play a bass, that if I can get another 25 people to join in on the same creation, it's going to have so much more width and depth of the power of the people it reaches, because it starts to entertain us, and then it starts to provoke the imagination, and it definitely encourages all of us to go outside our comfort zone and find exactly who we are, and like Rah says, be funkified and funky free. And funky being exactly who you be, free, not really worrying what the outside world is telling you. And when the outside world tells you negative things, it makes the light shine brighter, because you go deeper within you. You kind of scratch your head and go, well, that person, they're really powerful, but they really don't know exactly who I'm. In times, when I always like to use the verse of, earlier in the dawn, you have your choices if you're going to give up or you're going to move on. Right? So we need to be encouraged to go further. And us as people, we get kind of quirky in our politics and our socializing economics and social economics, that we kind of lose the sparks that really provokes imagination. So I think if you can get together and make art together that supports unity, like the FunkyiPuppets, there's 30 something odd of the crew, and we get to know them better every time. And then we've been doing an improv room, and in the improv room, it really shows the work we've done on getting to know each other, to the comfortableness of to go into the moment and create a scenario and a scene that basically is there to provoke the imagination and encourage people to go way further and beyond anything they thought they possibly could do. So thank you for watching the video, and look forward to seeing Funky Rah and the FunkyiPuppets all over the internet, eventually on your TV entertainment screens. And we're in the production of comics and all that great stuff, and most of all, the crypto creatures NFT, the FunkyiPuppets. So go out and search for us, find us, gather with us, and I'll talk to you real soon. Peace.